want to hear everybody's opinion on last week's episode. Oof. Because there was a lot. And we didn't have time to talk about it after the session. Now, I'm just going to start by saying there have been many fans who have hit me up on Discord personally saying they love the episodes where we talk about backstories and all that kind of stuff. But I also know there's going to be people who hate last week's episode because it was a lot of information all presented at one time. So I obviously have opinions on why I wrote the way I did, you know. By the way, everything besides that last round where you guys all get a personal vision, I mean, that is all straight from the book. You blow up the Wardstone and you get memories all the way back through the entire Wardstone's history, where everything happens. And I think it's also important, too, because I wanted to do it in one kind of group because there are people who also have never played the video game and have never even played Pathfinder that are listening to our podcast. And so there was a lot of information I just kind of had to cover. And instead of just reading it from the book where it's like, round 1, they see an image of the Heritor. Round 2, they get... and it's like, it's very just cut and dry. I wanted to make it more about the characters. Because in every one of those scenes, there was a character who may or may not be really important moving forward. Now, I just want to get your guys' opinions on some of that stuff that came out, because there was a lot of information. So let me just hear your thoughts on it.
I want to go first. So going back to our campaign we started on, this is just me personally, some of my favorite moments was like before or after or somewhere in the middle where we would get lore drops. I'm a big fan personally. I listen to lore videos on everything, so I like it. Yeah. I like hearing stuff about your guys' characters I don't know. So I'm a big fan. Just throwing it out there, I think we should do a bit more, but that's just me.
What about the rest of you guys?
At least my favorite parts. I really like the stuff you had for Dan's backstory, for Mazir. I think that there's a lot of... You tell that there's a lot of juice to squeeze there, and it can go to a lot of different directions, and I like that. It's that little, like, your breadcrumb. It's like, ooh, I wonder what that might happen. Or it might be some good, my expectations could go in a different direction. But there's definitely, I think, a really, really cool potential conclusion to that, pending how Dan chooses to play Mazir. At least piggyback on what Kyle said, too. I do like the lore stuff. Not quite as much as you, Kyle. I tend to like just interaction with the players.
Me too.
That'll always be my favorite thing.
Yeah,
it's just the not even the important stuff. It's just the fun little quips and we're kind of playing off each other and having a fun time. That will always truly be my favorite thing of it. Making funny faces to Alan over there at the end of the table. It's that will truly be my favorite. So because of that, last session didn't really have that. But again, it's different flavors. You're not going to get the same flavor every single time.
We're not going to do a lore drop like that.
I'm not.
Maybe ever again for this campaign, or if it is, it's going to be near the end of the next book. Yeah. Maybe have something kind of close to that, but nothing quite to that extent. Yeah. We need to cover a lot of information about how this whole thing started.
But it's functionally necessary to lay it down.
It is, yes.
I will say...
This is just a group discussion. Everybody, I just want to hear people's opinions.
Yes, Landon. I think I'm excited to see what happens, obviously, with my own character. But I don't know. I think I've learned through our experiences playing it's not going to go the way that we think.
That is next episode.
Right. Well, and it's not even that we could die the next episode. It's that what is presented for context for listeners, like we had a campaign that lasted since
5 years,
6 years,
6 years, and we only just finished it, within the last, year.
Yeah.
And it never went the way that we expected.
Nope.
And but what I did like is what does happen is based off of what the players and the characters want to have happen, so long as it's feasible within the parameters of the game, obviously. But that was what I loved about the last campaign is the goals and aspirations that we did have were actually achievable, even to the point of one of like Kevin making a fake god for people to worship, but him being like the puppet master in the background, and so like. That's what I'm looking forward to is yes, taking the combinations of like those potentialities that are there, but then doing with whatever we please. The lore stuff itself, like with the inheritor and like the history, is like that. Yeah, it's interesting to me, but it's not gonna be as interesting to me in that moment as it will be when it's actively happening.
Yeah.
Regardless of with Mazir or one of the other 10 characters I have in the back, which we'll never play because I have them, just to see how it plays out with those. That's the only thing that, actually, I was about to say that's the only thing I care about. That's not true, but like to see how that plays out is going to be when I'm like,
So what you're saying, Dan, is Justin's merely setting the scene, but we have to play it out.
yes.
Yeah, to an extent, that is the case. You know, like I said, I tried to make them more character-driven because, spoiler alert, you're going to run into Queen Galfrey, and you're going to run into the Hand of the Inheritor. And it gives you a bit more information about Erebeth and Staunton Vane and their history of what exactly happened between them. As far as Prelude Whole Run goes, nobody knows what happened to him. Now, you guys have heard rumors that he's dead, but there's been no confirmation either way. So he might still be alive out there somewhere. He may be dead, but it was still an important way to realize that the Crusades weren't... It's an important thing to know that the Crusades aren't they're not the epic that the bards sing about, this classic good versus evil. There was some real bad stuff that happened on the Crusader sides to their own, you know. It's not this perfect crusade like of righteous knights. And I also think the other one that was kind of really important was Jesslyn and her interaction with a certain Monago, this Lilith demon. So, knowing what you guys know now, how does that make you feel about the entire Great Garrison?
Mazir is always okay with his decisions.
Good.
Kind of. But it's interesting. I don't know. Like, does it? I don't want to say does it matter because that's not what I'm trying to achieve. But like, does it really impact the future of this? For me, like, you know, Mazir himself is going to be like, she got in the way.
That's fair. That's a totally fair thing.
Same with Zalek. Because at this point, he's taking it like personally. They kind of like fucked up my scholarly expedition over here, and I'm just like, well, just kill them all, and I'll raise their bodies and use them against them.
No, and I don't want to tell you one way or the other. You know, you guys do what you do, and I think that's a cool thing. Like, I think it may have been extremely important for the long run campaign if you guys had not killed her. That's all I'm saying. There's things that could have happened. I mean, but I've even told you guys, let me just peel back the curtain a little bit of...
She was the main romantic interest and we murdered her.
Zangeg finished her off with Zangeg's fault.
Yeah. Well, I finished it all right.
Oh.
I think it's important, though, like, I'll peel back the curtain a little bit. Like, the way you guys visited the 3 locations... Estrad Tower and Topaz Illusions and Iserian Manor played a huge importance of who was in the Great Garrison at that time. Because Monago tells Jesslyn, do not open the door for anybody, not for these locusts, only for me or Faxon.
And we took care of Faxon.
And you guys took care of Faxon.
He took care of Faxon.
If you guys had never been to the Tower of Estrad, Faxon would have been in that room ready to destroy himself. For reasons. Now, you guys have a brief understanding of kind of there's more behind the scenes than appears. Yeah. Especially with Monago and the very little glimpse you've seen of her. But you've got some notes from her to Faxon. She's going to be a crafty little son of a gun.
I'm sure it'll be nothing.
The other ones, I don't know. There was lots. The Periton. The Periton was not just a random encounter. I thought, let's just put this in and play it. You know what I mean? Like, we just need another combat. the Periton was Jesslyn's pet. And it was going to be kind of funny. There was a couple ways that could have all been played if you guys had tried to reason with her. Durandus and the Vermlick were going to attack no matter what. They were acting on orders. They didn't think twice about it. But she had a couple of options of ways to go. And one of them was if you guys decided to spare her and she hears a Relu coming, she knows the only way she's going to get out of the situation is taking her Periton and flying out of there. And you guys killed it. She didn't know it was killed yet. That would have been kind of a fun. I had anticipated that reaction. She's like, "Sweet, let me go. I'll take it and ride out of here." Ooh, a little. Ooh. So there was a lot of fun ways that could have happened. The last thing I'm just going to ask real quick is about your own personal visions. Let me start real fast. I'm gonna say, especially for. I love yours, and there's a lot we're going to play around with there.
He's pointing to me.
Yes, Nazir. Angeg, I think there were some hints in there for you. There was hints about your backstory, and there was hints about Staunton Vane that had some things reveal themselves. I think for Corso, we get a little glimpse into your brother Galen, which I think is going to be an extremely important byline through this campaign. Mm-hmm. And so we get a little glimpse of him, and I think that's fun. And for you three specifically, I really wanted to, for Zalek, Azirian, and Corso, I really wanted to set up an important story for all of you three. For me, this is an important part of DMing, and maybe I stress it too far, some maybe not think about it at all. I think it's important to establish your characters as human before they become heroes. I think there's a very distinguishing feature there. There's going to be lots of time in this campaign for you guys to feel the power and take these awesome jumps in power and get that fantasy of it. But I think before that happens, I think it's important to realize they're human. The scene with Angeg shooting the bow. I think that was a very important scene to ground. It says so much more about Angeg as a person than I could have done with a grand, sweeping, epic backstory kind of thing. I wrote you missed that first shot, not because I'm like, oh, Angeg sucks, but because that's so humanizing for him. You know what I mean? To be in his shoes. I think for Corso, it was important to see him as a young boy and the start of a fracture in his family. Mm-hmm. Even before Corso realizes kind of what's going on, he's too young at the moment, but he starts to see and pick up on things he didn't realize at that time.
Well, and to your point, at least how I wrote and envisioned Corso is because he's young. I think he might be the youngest in the group. He's the youngest in his family. He's naive. Like completely naive. He's out of his element, and he's also a cleric. So like, there's this kind of high standard for you got to do this. And I've always liked simple folk that have to do a hard job that have no idea what they're doing, because chances are everyone in their life has felt like that. So I'm curious to see.
Yeah, no chance. Everyone has felt that way.
Yeah, everyone has felt out of their element, and Corso is a giant fish out of water, but he's got some ideologies that I think are good but potentially misguided, but I think that comes with youth and a lack of experience. So
it's going to be a growing experience for Corso.
Be fun.
For Blake, I wrote a backstory for you that you didn't know was coming at all.
Yes.
Now,
I like it.
Why do you think I did that?
To humanize him more.
Humanize Zalek, and I think it's going to be interesting to see how you play it. Now that Zalek knows this. Because one thing I'm never going to do is go, all right, Blake, you need to start playing a chaotic good character. Yeah. I'm never going to do that. I think it's important to see Zalek know his beginnings, and now what does he choose for himself?
I like the twist. I
think that's going to be a fun interaction.
It makes it interesting.
Yeah. And if you completely go down the Geb route, awesome. I'm so excited to see how that plays out.
And it makes it almost make sense that the light has somewhere to like anchor to.
Yeah.
Like there is something in there.
There was that little spark way back buried that you didn't even realize was there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's interesting. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah. That your father is this knight of Ozum.
That's crazy.
Growing up in Andor.
I definitely didn't have that in my original story, but
even going back to that story, your backstory episode, I kept writing in there little hints of when you were out on the streets growing up, there was always somebody watching you from afar.
Yeah.
And that I thought was important. It was Jorgel
Yeah.
was, instead of just taking you to the Ebon Mausoleum and, raising you as a student of his own, he threw you out there and put these situations in front of you to see how you would react and gauge how invested you were into it. It was kind of this unknown test to yourself.
I like it.
Yeah. And for you, Azarian, I think, like I said, I think it's important to see a human before we see the hero. And that was the whole purpose of that scene with you and your wife. I think that's important. I think it's an interesting dichotomy that we see Azarian in a slightly different light. He's a different man than he was back then.
I think it was very touching to me. It's always nice being put into the context of kind of the bliss that your character will feel in that moment. And then to also, because me personally, I know that we kind of hashed out some of my story, but I left a lot of details up for you to interpret how you want to add them into the story. So seeing a lot of those things play out is always like such a nice treat for me. Like learning more about like my story into my court case and the betrayal and everything that happens in there is it's not only a fun thing for me as Alan, but it's such a cool and interesting thing to not only humanize, but to just add more depth to like my ability to play him as a character. Like now I have, how is Azarian going to come out of this vision knowing the information he does about like, okay, so this wasn't like some weird anomaly that caused me to be pinned. Someone sought me out and pinned it on me.
Yep.
Like, it's an interesting dichotomy, and I always love that in these campaigns.
They took advantage of a young man who needed the coin. Mm-hmm. I think that's a very simple premise, but I kind of fell in love with it. Instead of like, Azarian he was outguiled. Because I don't see that the way we've played it. You play Azarian very smartly, so I didn't want it to be like, he just kind of got caught off guard. He was a young man in a desperate situation. We've all made those mistakes of doing things that we're not proud of for money in our younger years. And so I thought that was kind of a good way to take it.
Yeah.
We all make decisions in desperation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or I'll even just say just a decision, and most of the time, it doesn't turn out well. And then I think all of us are the product of decisions made either by ourselves or by somebody else. Here's the consequences.
Yeah.
And now we're playing that out.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about real life stories, not just D&D. But that's like every story that we all love is like, okay, there's consequences in this world that have existed before the story began. Now let's play out the core areas of it.
Yeah.
And that's just what makes a good story.
In real life,
death.
I'm a level 36 dipshit. I'm pretty high leveled and skilled, so
We'll edit that part out.
I'll leave it in.
No, I'm kidding.
I can cast 10th level rests.
You didn't even multi-class, Kyle?
Oh, hell no.
No,
I'm basic dipshit. I didn't.
You didn't take a 1 level dip in douchebag or something?
Oh, I'm not. I may have.
He's got
dabbled.
10 levels in anxiety, man.
Side class and lazy. I unlocked the ability to sleep 12 hours on a Saturday. There you go.
Oh,
I took that feat.
wish.
I took a feat for douchebag proficiency.
God, I missed the 12-hour sleep days.
Remember
Be lucky if I get 6.
If only. All right. Well, anybody else have any more comments, or are we going to get right back into this?
Let's Let's get into it.
Let's do it, because I'm not going to talk anymore for the rest of the episode. So,
Oh, God.
let's have some fun. Last week, you guys were out of time. Aurilu Vorlesh came through the door with demons at her back and a word on her lips that would have killed Mazir where he stood. But he used the rod before she could say it, and the wardstone fragment came apart. The demons came apart with it. Aurilu's wings, these great bat leather wings, tore from her back and she was thrust back into the hallway, and the door slammed shut in the silence that followed. And then the light came, and you saw the wardstone's life in pieces, Queen Galfrey in the hand of the inheritor kneeling in the dirt of Canabras at the consecration, Holrun's fires, Erebeth and Staunton Vane facing each other, Jesslyn and Monago, Cormzadah's first strike, the one that started the fracture, and the beginning of the end that ended here with you guys in this room. Then each of you saw something private and something yours. By the way, those visions were private. Nobody else saw each other's visions. They're all personal. You are mythic now.
Oh, my God.
You did not choose it, but it chose the moment you were standing in. And Aurilu Vorlesh stands back up, and she walks to the door. She does not throw the door open. She opens it away. The person opens a door to a room they own, without ceremony and without announcement, with that particular unhurried quality of someone who has never needed to make an entrance because the room changes simply by them being in it. She takes in the destruction, the residue of the wardstone, the bodies of her demons, or the lack of them, the place where her wings used to be, which she does not reach for or acknowledge. She looked at you the way a scholar looks at a translation error, not angry, but interested, just briefly, in how you arrived at the wrong answer. You think you've done something. She moves into the room slowly, looking at the space around her rather than at you guys. And that is what I find most, not troubling, and touching isn't right either, but familiar. I remember what it felt like to believe that a single action in a single room could mean something large. You believe you have stopped the sun. You have put out a candle. You believe you have defended Canabras. You have simply defended the leash around your necks. She starts to move closer to the remnants of the cage, still just little pieces on the floor. What do you guys do?
Corso. Corso, by the way, is like, he's got his hood on, he's keeping his head down, and he's kind of slowly backing towards the wall.
Just of note, we have, she's by herself, right? No one's with her?
She's by herself. She hasn't even, acknowledged you guys. When she's speaking, she's
inching
looking around the room, not even looking at you guys.
I mean,
Like a boss.
We know who this is.
I will say Mazir, he kind of gets up on one knee, but he's panting so hard because his rage just ended. He's just like...
I imagine Angeg is just, he's still in the corner of the room. And just, he probably has a bow, knocked but not pulled back. He's sort of just holding the bow sort of in front of him, loosely in front. Because she's so unassuming entering the room of, she's not being particularly aggressive, though we would know from her likely sheer power of her that it's...
She's not yelling or screaming. She's not, it's almost like she's not even angry at them.
Sometimes power only whispers.
It's more of an utter dismissal of all of you.
Azarian is, I think he is feeling some crazy emotions right now, but this weird unchecked rage. I think this is kind of a snapping point for him. This is a big revelation. And he just in this daze, he looks up and he's just getting as much information as he can out of this person. So he's going to study target. I'm going to use that to spend the time to make a perception check or like a knowledge, just to like study her and like study her weaknesses. I think is here. I have a thing about that. It's monster lore. +3 to knowledge checks when identifying the weakness of creatures.
Okay.
So I'm just getting as much information as I can while she's blabbering.
I'm going.
And I want to, for as many turns as I have left, so 3 rounds, I'm going to click my discern lies. So for the next 18 seconds, if she's lying, I'm going to pick up on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Give me a knowledge religion check.
Okay. 21.
It's a pretty good roll. But not enough.
She's a nasty little woman.
You don't even need to cast detect alignment. You can just feel this aura coming off of her. But it's not evil like the way you feel off most demons. It's more complex than that. I will say you feel a sense of sorrow around her as she looks at where the wardstone fragment once was. She finally takes her eyes off the room around you, and she starts to scan the rest of you. She looks at Angeg, bow down, studies you for a second, and her eyes drift down to your hands. And all of your hands are still glowing with this faint energy of the wardstone still in them. She looks at Zalek, the shears accompanying you on either side of you. No emotion on her face. She looks at Mazir. And she really stares at you, Mazir. And she looks at the place of your heart. And you see her just give a slight smirk and shake her head. She looks at you, Azarian, and you're just staring at her, studying her. She doesn't make any mention. She knows what you're doing. She looks at Corso. She looks at his breastplate, his shield, emblazoned with these symbols of Iomade upon them. She studies you for a second. And then she just turns away from you, without a hint of recognition in her eyes. She walks back to the door, and she turns around, and she looks back at Corso. Iomade, of all the gods, they send her children. Do you know what your goddess was before she was a goddess, little crusader? She was one of you, a mortal. She passed the test of the Starstone, the door that leads to divinity, and she walked through it. And the first thing she did on the other side was to turn around and close it behind her. A human being found the way out of this system, and she spent the rest of eternity making sure no one else could follow her. You pray to the woman who locked the door, you carry her symbol on your chest, and you stand here and call yourself free. With that, she turns away from the party.
Mizu was going to say one thing. What's next?
Roll for initiative. No. All How dare you speak?
How dare you speak?
What's next?
Yeah. I can't imagine somebody like you just wanting what the rest of them want. The other demon lords.
You are very wise. For a mortal. I do not want what they want. I want what is due. I want what is due. You believe you have delayed the inevitable. Well, it is my time to hasten yours. She turns away from the party, not dismissively, but practically. The conversation is concluded to her satisfaction, and there is more work to do. Her hands move, not dramatically, but the way a craftsman's hands move, precise and deliberate. The gestures of someone doing something they have done before and understand completely. And the air in the room tears. It tears along a seam that has no business existing in the physical world, and through the gap beyond, through what the gap reveals, you see them waiting. Two figures of coiling arms and 6 blades each. Their serpent bodies sliding against each other in the dark. Something hunched and manacled that radiates suppressed violence like heat. In the abyssal dark, Nabasu, Cambion, stretches, pressing towards the gap in a mindless mass, and closets darting between them and things you don't have names for in the deeper dark behind all of it. She did not go looking for them. She was already there. And the gap between this portal between the material world and the abyss opens further. But you feel it before you see it. The same warmth from before, but smaller now and compressed, the last of something spending itself completely. The fragments of the wardstone scattered across the floor each find each other in the light. They don't move, they simply illuminate briefly, the way embers do just before they go dark for good. And then the pulse comes, one last time and one last breath. It crosses the room and hits Arilu Vorlish in the chest, and she makes no sound. She does not cry out or she does not rage. She simply looks down at the point of impact before she is shunted backwards into the portal taking her and snapping shut. Aww. The silence lasts exactly long enough to mean something, but it was not quick enough before 6 babaus hit the floor. Roll for initiative, guys.
Oh, God.
Oh shit! That
6 babaus.
I've
God.
been waiting for babaus.
Get out of the portal before it shuts as Arilu is boom slammed with the last breath of the wardstone.
One of my favorite
shunted
creatures.
back through the portal.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh my god! Wait, okay. Quick question:
Yes.
Did the divine energy like heal us up or?
All right, let's start with some fun stuff, right? Guess what? You guys are all mythic now.
Ooh.
I'm a mythic.
First thing that happens as that light flew through you and you received all these visions is everyone is healed up to their full strength.
Oh.
Everybody gets all their spell slots back, and everybody gets all of their daily classes. All those things come back.
It's like a full rest.
Basically like a full rest.
Nice.
Whoa.
That was the first thing that kind of happens as this you get infused with this power.
Are any of the spells that we had still existing?
You get all your spell slots back.
No, I meant like what we already had on us.
What do you mean?
Like I had like
Bless haste.
shield, blessed, all bear's endurance, protection for me. I had
Yeah,
all that.
those would all still be on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
Cool.
those are all minutes per level, right?
Haste, no though.
Oh,
No, haste is way.
haste
gone.
is way gone.
Bask.
No, yeah, super gone.
Then bless, probably not.
I'll allow bless.
Oh,
Oh, he's feeling good tonight.
You have it for 2 rounds.
All right, thank you.
All right.
He's a benevolent DM.
wow, he is a nice DM.
Well, you're about to face 6 babaus.
that's
Here's
true.
what's going to happen, though. As you guys feel the mythic powers flowing through you, it doesn't quite take a form exactly in your minds yet. but you still feel the remnants of the power of the ward stone within you. What this means mechanically, you all have DR10 good.
Wow.
You all have fast healing 5.
Oh, fast healing 5.
You all have resist acid and fire 10.
Whoa.
You each glow with a bright light that automatically dispels any third level or lower darkness effect they enter.
Oh my god.
All of your attacks are treated as good for the purposes of overcoming DR and deal an additional 2d6 points of damage against creatures with the evil subtype.
Oh my god.
And once per round, as an immediate action, a PC can roll 1d12 and add the result to any d20 roll they just made.
Wait,
As an immediate action every round.
after the fact?
No, it has to be before. Before I reveal the results.
Alright.
But you have all of those powers. There's no way to turn it on Hero Lab. Just remember, DR10, Fast Healing 5, overcome DR that these babaus are going to
I'll
have.
have to write this down at some point.
An immediate action, you can add a D12 to any roll before the roll is revealed. Once per round.
Wow.
As an immediate action.
Would that D12 be part of the crit formulation if it's multiplied?
What do you mean?
I'm saying, so let's say I hit for 10 damage on my arrow and it's a crit. Does that 12 get added to that and then times 3'd?
And add the result to any D20 roll they just made.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
So, no, it
Oh,
wouldn't be
no.
multiplied. Yeah, you have to roll it like either to confirm the crit
Got it.
or
Oh, yeah.
on the attack
Or
roll.
they-
It wouldn't be on the damage.
I thought you did for damage too. I was like,
That'd be
Christ.
insane.
Does anybody have any questions?
I'm sure we're going to ask to remember.
I'm sure they will, and I have it pulled up. Let's get into this.
We're God mode right now.
You guys are filling
Now
a
this-
fraction.
This
of your
reminds me
power.
of the video game.
Fast healing 5, for all of you who guys don't know, that just means the start of your turn, you get 5 hit points back.
That is
Everyone got that?
outrageous.
Let's do this, baby. Azarian, initiative.
Oh shit.
Can I add the 12 to this initiative?
No, I'm not going to allow it.
11.
11. Angeg.
9.
Corso.
9.
Okay. Zalek.
19.
Oh. And Mazir.
9.
Oh my god, you guys are rolling terribly.
Uh-oh.
We're tired.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. 8.
Okay. Mazir rolled an 8.
I rolled a 4 on the
2 on
dice.
the
I'm just
die.
like, oh.
Angeg, you're going before Corso. Oh boy, that was not good rolls all around. Let me throw these babaus on the map right here for all of you to see as they jump out of the portal.
we have yet to see Babao, right?
You have never seen a babao to this point.
Can we
Oh yes, look at them, dude.
can we say what they look like?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Blake, you want to do the honors? This is your favorite of like what a classic Babao looks like.
Yeah, so they're these very like sinewy, kind of skeletal, red-skinned demons. You know, very classically demonic. You know, the curling horns, and the
Long nails.
crazy red-eyed, sharp teeth face. And they got this wicked pointy spear that they like to poke you with.
Kind of like imps from Doom.
Yeah, I always imagine Bao having to be like hee 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 hee, like you know, it like takes joy in causing torment
Oh,
and
absolutely.
pleasure
Yeah,
and like killing people.
They're all wielding long spears for you guys. And guess what? 3 of them are going to go first. They rolled higher than you guys.
Oh.
This is going to get nasty.
These things hit really hard. I mean, who knows? I don't know. Who knows?
So right now we have the 2 shears in front. A Nevia right behind one of the shears. Zalek Azarian 10 feet behind them. Mazir 10 feet. Anga about 15 feet. Corso about 10 feet from the most northern babao. So boom, they all jump out of this portal, and you see the Marilys and the Debossus, all these things coming. Whoop. Portal
thank
closes.
God.
They have the long spears, and we're gonna get into this. 1, 2, 3. Number 1 is gonna move into the room, and this is going to be an attack at Corso with its long spear.
yeah, they have that reach.
Oh yeah, they got reach.
They have long spears. 10 feet of reach. Let me roll. Let me pull up my... Oh, I gotta use digital dice. Ugh.
Hey, don't hit on digital dice.
I hate digital dice so much. Here we go. First attack. Corso, that is going to be a 22 against your flat-footed AC.
Flat-footed, mine is 21, but my AC is 23. That help me any?
Sorry?
AC is 23, flat-footed 21.
That's a hit then.
Roge.
Ooh, okay. This is going to be... That is going to be 18 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Which means you have DR 10, so you still take 8 points of damage.
Only 8, yeah.
Only 8 points of damage. But still, he just comes in, long spear.
Oh, wait a
stabs you before you're even able to move.
I think I would have got 2 attacks.
No, they're both flat-footed. I already knew what you were going to say. This is going to be another attack on Corso from number 2, who's in the room. Nice try, though. I appreciate your effort at that. That is going to be a 26 against your flat-footed AC. Mm-hmm. That is going to be 13 more points of damage. So take 3 points of damage.
All right.
The last one's going to come in, boop, 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 and attack at Zalek.
Oh, Zalek, no!
Or Wazard.
18 to hit your flat-footed AC.
That's a hit.
Okay. They're coming out with a nice little volley here. That is going to be 17 points of damage.
Okay.
By the way, they're all getting snake attack right now. You're all flat-footed. Oh, something hit a shield. All right, and now they come in the room and they just start... And it is your turn, Zalek.
All right. Number 3 attacked me, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to take a step here to long spear number 3.
Okay, with your with Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, with Ed Sheeran.
Okay.
Okay.
Still makes you laugh.
Ed Sheeran.
All right.
He's a friend of the podcast, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
22 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay.
God, I hope so.
By the way, give me your actual damage because your shears are not mythical, so they will not have fast healing. They will not have DR. They will not have overcome their DR.
He's got a cold iron long spear.
Okay.
Well, according to the rules, DM.
Shut up. All right, because he's got cold iron.
12 points of damage.
Okay, and that all goes through then.
Okay. And then my other shear, I'm going to take a 5-foot stepper and attack number 3 as well with my cold iron long sword.
Okay.
That's 2-handed.
Okay.
Oh, does he...
You may fire when ready.
He... Oh, no, he's not... Can you be flanked by a reach weapon like that?
I
No.
don't think
No,
so.
no, no,
Okay.
no.
You have to be physically next to him.
Yeah, okay.
That'd be so busted if it was.
That would be really broken.
Insane.
You'd have it.
Oh, that is a 2 on the die. That's not going to do it.
That is a miss.
Okay. I'm going to take a step back,
Dodges under it.
and I'm going to place a burst of radiance right on number 6.
Oof. That's going to do a lot of damage.
What's the radius on that?
Um,
You gonna get your shears in there?
I would
10-foot radius?
Just do it. God mode.
Let's see. Hold on 1 second. Where is it?
Yes.
Yeah, 10-foot radius burst.
All right, that would hit both of your shears.
What if I place it behind?
Does it target an area or a creature?
Um,
If it targets a creature, they have to hit one.
an area.
Oh, okay.
And that would be a 10-foot radius.
Oh, that's the little snow?
Right?
Yeah,
No,
put it right there.
it would be more. It would be larger than that.
No, it's 20 feet wide is a 10-foot radius.
Yes, it would be right here.
So if you did
That is a 10-foot
Oh, that's
radius.
a big burst.
Yep.
So if you did this, that's a 10-foot radius right there. You'd probably be able to like get all of them, but one of your shears. Because otherwise,
I think you can get all of them, and you'll hit Shearlock home.
That's fine. I'll hit him. he's
Because otherwise you're aiming.
stupid.
Otherwise you're aiming the wall, and that doesn't really make sense.
All right. What kind of? It's a reflex.
yeah. Give me Reflex save.
Okay. Keep track of this, Landon.
yeah.
Number 1. Rolled a natural 1, so we failed.
Okay, he's blind.
Number 2. What is their reflex? Oh, he rolled a 20.
Okay, let's see.
Number 3 rolled a 10.
Fail.
Number 4 rolled a 9.
Fail.
Number 5 rolled a 11.
Fail.
And number 6 rolled a 12.
Fail.
They all
So
failed.
2 is the only one that's passed. That's a lot of damage.
I hate digital dice.
You have to
so
roll,
much.
you have to roll for the shear too.
Digital.
Oh yeah, I gotta roll
Never
for my
trust the
shear.
digital.
Oh, digital dice are the worst. Daniel! Can you grab me that chair so I can set up my dice tray?
I'll be back.
It doesn't even matter anymore. They're all
shear fails.
They're all blind. Oh, but your shear's blind. Anna's gonna take a lot of
He's
damage.
gonna take a lot of damage. Yeah.
You.
All right, burst of radiance. Oh, and then I gotta roll for the blind duration. Oh, that's 4. Max roll 4.
Okay, so the fight ends. We'll just call it. We'll call it an early night, guys. Good. We'll see you next week.
Is Burst Radiance first level or second level? It's second level, right?
It is
They're all blind, but 2. Is
second.
that right?
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, number
I
two.
think all of them
Number
except
2
one.
saved. Number 2 saved.
How much damage do they all take?
All right, I'm gonna roll it.
This was supposed to be kind of a fun fight, guys. It was gonna be a little tough. 6 bows, baby. Bows are no joke.
Oh, they're no joke.
They're no joke.
That blind.
Oh, blind just ruins the podcast.
My life. The state of the story.
Think of what you're doing to the listeners. They were like, 6 bows? This is gonna be awesome. Oh, it's over in round 1? Okay, fine.
Just wait till all the creatures have just blind sight.
Yep.
They all have tremor sense.
That is 16 points of damage.
Nice.
For all of them except for one?
Yeah.
No, they all take the damage.
And my shear takes a big chunk of damage.
Good. He takes all 16, baby.
He sure does.
Oh. Okay. It is Nevia's turn.
A Navia
Who, by the way, I'll remind all of you guys,
is also mythic.
she's mythic as well.
Oh, no way.
You saw her see the visions
She walked in the right room at the right time.
at the right
A
time.
random peasant like, hey, what's going on here? Oh, mythic power!
Right. And we'll see you next week, guys.
Thank you for watching the Point of Luck podcast. Catch another episode every Tuesday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Like a boss. All right. I think that's it.